17. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people.
You see that, son of man, set your face against the daughters of your people. That's why when you go out there, you see a lot of these videos, we got to tell them, because ain't nobody else doing it, and it's supposed to be the women's job to correct these young sisters, to be an example unto these young sisters, but they're not doing it out there. So we have to go out there as men. We have to tell the women, hey, dress modestly. Take off them pants and put on a dress. Stop smoking weed. Stop doing these things. Stop sleeping from man to man to man. And likewise, don't get it twisted, we have to tell the men that too, because they got to get themselves right before they can guide anything, before they can rule anything. They talk about they want to rule. You can't even rule your spirit. You can't even rule yourself. It's titled Marriage is Nation Building. All right? So one thing we are trying to bring back at IUIC is healthy marriages. Okay, out here in the world, they are not doing that. Not in our entertainment systems, not in our communities, not in our school systems. It's not in our music. Marriages is not being pushed. It's pretty much non-existent. You know, people only doing it nowadays for like tradition or something like that, but not really, you know what I mean, wanting to build with one another. We getting divorced at an alarming rate, if we even getting married nowadays. But here in IUIC, like I said, through the Spirit of the Lord, because that's what he instituted, we going to push marriages, okay? And that, in long term, is going to bring forth a healthy nation. Everybody understand that? All praises to the Lord. All right? Our enemies have done a number on us to disrupt the strong nucleus family, which is a husband, not a husband and a husband, but a husband, a wife, and children. Yeah, show me some of them pictures. Look at my boy, looking like royalty. Look at my sister, looking like royalty. All praise to the Lord. Y'all got any more? So healthy marriage is what we pushing here in Israel United in Christ. All praise to the Lord. I like these things. All right, hey, let's start off with, so, give me Psalms chapter 64, verse 1. Give me Psalms chapter 64 and verse 1. So like I said, our enemies have done a number on us, and their whole goal, outside of us remembering, or outside of us being a nation, because they wanted to take that away from us, their whole goal is to destroy. So their whole goal was to stop us from being a nation so we don't remember who we are. How did they do that? It's by disrupting the marriages, all right? Read that.
Psalm chapter 64 and verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
You see that? Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Preserve my nation from fear of the enemy, because of the things that they have done to us. They have disrupted our marriages, and they made sure to keep us destroyed by doing so. Okay, they have reversed the roles nowadays, where the woman is on top and the man is subservient to her. Okay, we have to, in the Spirit of the Lord, using the Bible, we have to change that, okay? We have to fix the roles. No more of this soft pants, man, yellow make me sad. You ain't got no backbone. You can't correct nothing. You can't fix nothing. That is the problem in our communities. That's why we don't see any changes. That's the reason why a lot of our kids, nobody in here, I ain't talking about nobody in here, but our kids are out of order, okay? Nah, I'm good. Our kids are out of order. We suffer from abortions at an alarming rate. Abortions at an alarming rate. Baby mamas, baby fathers, women's health protection. Okay, legal. Yeah. This is all good stuff. All praises. Read that again.
Hear my voice, O God, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
So preserve my life from the things that they have instituted to make sure that we are destroyed. Come on.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
You see that? That's what I wanted. The secret counsel of the wicked. Secret counsel is EBT, WIC, all of that. Food stamps. Why? Because can somebody help me out? Y'all can just yell it out. What has to happen if our sisters want those things? The man have to leave the house. So what is that doing? That's destroying that strong nucleus a family institution, okay, and bringing something else, bringing forth monsters, bringing forth destruction, bringing forth chaos. All right, come on, read on.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
And these are the workers of iniquity. Okay, they institute these things. They institute Plan B. They institute condoms. You go into, I remember in high school when we had that. What was it? What is it? Huh? The health class, but what? Sex education and all that. They used to give us condoms and this and that. You in high school, what is that promoting? That's promoting sex. When really the scriptures say for us to be married. There should be no sex before marriage. But if the schools is pushing it, if the schools, and I understand it to an extent because, like I said, marriages is not being pushed, but what was being pushed? Sex at an alarming rate, and where they trying to prevent STDs. So at an extent, I understand it, but that should never have been the case where they had to do that in the first place. If we was pushing marriages in our education system, you know what I mean? You pushing safe sex, why you ain't pushing marriages? You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about. Whose tongue were sword? Okay, let's drop that. Give me Psalms 83 in verse 1. Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
Okay, so what he's saying right here is don't hold your peace, keep not silent. You see all these afflictions and you see the things that the enemies have done to us. Don't be still anymore. This is a prayer, asking for change. And that's what we've been praying about, because that's what we need in our communities. We absolutely need change in our communities. If we love each other, we should want to see change in our communities. We should want to see betterment in our communities. Okay, we should listen to the leadership when they say prove a friend, and not just going off and jumping off and doing whatever we want. We have been doing that for years and years and years. How did it turn out for us? I got people laughing because you know it's true. It's terrible. It has not turned out, and again, I'm not mentioning everybody, but I'm not saying everybody, but if you are outside of God's laws, then yes, it pertains to you, which I mean, I guess is everybody outside of here. All praises. But come on.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So we have enemies that hate God, and in hating God, guess what? They hate us. And in hating us, they have made secret councils, secret plots. There you go. Put that up there. Okay, they have come together to make sure that we stay on the bottom. That should piss you off. It really should. And in defiance of what they have done, you should want to make the changes, if not for anything else, just to defy the enemy. We're not going to listen to your BS no more. Excuse me, but I just got to say it like that. Come on, read on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
You are the hidden ones. We are the lost sheep. We are the 12 tribes, and they know this. So what do? They make crafty counsel for us to stay on the bottom so they can continue to rule, continue to destroy our people, because they hate God and they hate you. They hate you men, they hate you women. I'm telling you straight. Come on.
And they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
Again, that's the whole goal right there. Let us cut them off from being a nation. If we don't remember who we are, if we don't follow our heritage and our culture that the Lord had given us, and we following them, we will continue to be destroyed in a docile mind state. Everybody understand that? Come on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Because what? When you read in Genesis, you ain't got to get it, but when you read in Genesis, what's that, 32:28? Jacob's name being name changed to Israel. Israel, who can tell me what Israel means? Somebody raise their hand. Tell me real quick, come on. My brother right here got his hand up. Matter of fact, give me one of the young men that got his hand up in the back. Put your hand back up. Yeah. Let me get one of the young men. Mm-hmm. What does Israel mean?
Israel is the 12 tribes of Israel.
Okay, you close. Okay, and then in the 12, okay, that's your answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, you close. Somebody else. Give it to my brother over here.
Shalom, sir.
Shalom, sir. How you doing? Happy
doing
Sabbath.
good, sir. Happy
All
Sabbath.
praise to the Lord.
It means the Prince of Power with God.
My man. So Israel means a prince that has power with God. So read that part again where it said that last part that you just read.
That the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
That's why they want to cut you off, because the name Israel means a prince that has power with God. Okay, that's what J Hooger, whatever his name is, J.F. Hooger, he said Yeah, that dude. He said he said the greatest threat. Yeah. Read that for me, Gidgy. Gidron, I'm sorry. I'm used to calling him Gidgy. Read that for me.
When FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover was asked what, in his opinion, was the single greatest threat to the United States of America, he responded, Negro unity.
You see that? That's why they want to cut you off, because they know that Israel means a prince that has power with God. And I forgot you wasn't reading, Gidron. I'm sorry. That's why they want to cut you off, because the name Israel means a prince that has power with God. And they know if y'all realize y'all power and the things that we can do when we come back to knowing who we are, they know that it will shut everything down that they have devised. Okay, everybody understand? All praises, all praises. And one of the things that they have done, I don't know should I get this first? Yeah, let me get this first. Get Jeremiah 31 and 22. This is one of the things, just giving an example of one of the things that they have done first. A woman shall compass a man. Like I mentioned, the roles. Who can give me the scripture of the role? One of the, go ahead. Give it to my brother right here. Give me the scripture of what's the biblical roles in the nation of Israel?
Hey, shalom, Cap. The biblical
Go ahead,
role.
stand up for me.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3.
Yes, sir. Let's read that. So, like I was saying, well, go ahead. Let's read this first. Not you. You all right. But thank you. Good answer. That's the answer. That's correct.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Uh-huh.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Come on.
And the head of Christ is God.
Put that on the screen. So just like it said in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, the order and the roles that we are to function in is God, Christ, man, and then woman. But these enemies of ours, these enemies of God, has made sure that thing was reversed. Let's go back to Jeremiah. Go back to Jeremiah chapter, what was it? 31 and verse 22.
Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 22.
Come on.
How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
How long will we listen to these enemies that we know are our enemies and allow this to happen? How long will we continue to follow the ways that they want us to be that keep us down? How long will we do that? How long will we continue to backslide? Come on.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
It's a new thing on the earth for a woman to be above a man. Her wearing the pants, this, that, and this. We must, as men, must take back our power. Why? And this isn't to get on the women. I'm not doing that. This is to uplift and change our communities. That's what it is. That's the way God intended it to do. He said, if you want to prosper, like he said in Joshua 1 and 8, if you want to prosper, follow my law, statutes, and commandments. Hey, the role is what the God made it. It is what it is. He made the role for the men to be over to women, to guide the women, and for the women to guide the children, and to be an example to the younger women. That's our roles. That's how we prosper. That's how we make the changes that's necessary in our communities. Come on.
A woman shall compass a man.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay, that's it. All praises. All right, go to the thing. Let me see it up here. I put a book up there. Yeah, let's go to the Willie Lynch letter. I'm just gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all that this is all not instituted. This is all practice. This is all devised. All of that. Crafty counsel. There you go. All right, so let's go into the book. This is the Willie Lynch letter, and it says, "In the making of a slave." Come on. Read that for me as I.
Take the female and
No,
run.
hold, my brother.
My fault. The
Read the top
breaking
part.
process of the African woman.
They telling you right there. Read it again.
The breaking process of the African woman.
It says the breaking process of the African woman. All right, we're going to try to read this kind of quick. Come on.
Take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly.
You see that? Stop right there. It says, this is the enemy now. This is the slave master. This is your oppressor. He said, take the woman, okay, this Israelite woman or this nigger woman, that what they would call us, okay, this BITCH is what they would call y'all, okay, and take her and make her to be submissive unto them, unto their desire. One of the sisters, help me out. Who your desire supposed to be to? Oh, hold on now. I don't get one of y'all. I'm going to get you. Y'all going to participate. Somebody raise your hand. Let's see.
Your Lord.
Huh? Say it again.
Our desire is to be unto our Lord.
You got a scripture?
Genesis 3,
You got the right book.
16.
You got the right verse. All right, it's Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. Let's read that real quick.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16.
Good job, sis.
Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and they desire shall be to thy husband.
Read that last part again.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
And thy desire shall be to our husbands. But guess what? Your enemies tried to change that, or did change that. Okay? That's why he said right here, take the female and run a series of tests on her. What do you think those tests look like? Okay? Tell her to, I don't know, you know what? What do you think those tests look like? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 30. Just jumped in my head. I'm going to show you what one of them tests might have been.
Deuteronomy.
Or was, or is. Let me make sure that's what I want.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife.
Yes. Thou shalt betroth a wife.
And another man shall lie with her.
Read it again.
And another man shall lie with her.
Read it again.
And another man shall lie with her.
So you should betroth a wife as a man. You should have a wife and another man will lie with her. One of those tests was to make sure that that woman will submit to her and would not fight back in any shape or form. Okay, and if she did, guess what? She was tarred and feathered. She was hung, okay, set on fire. Any of these things to make examples, to strike fear within us so that our women and us as men will ultimately submit to their desires, to make sure that we will not buck up against them, that make sure that we will not rebel against them, to make sure that our women will raise our children to be subservient to our slave masters, so that the children wouldn't listen to the men, okay, but will listen to that so-called white man, Esau, our slave masters. Everybody understand what I'm saying? So we got to fight hard against that, of what they done to our people. Read it again.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house.
Okay, that's all I wanted on that. All right, let's go back to the book. Let's go back to the book.
The breaking process of the African woman.
Yes, sir.
Take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly.
Okay, so that was just one example that I gave you. It's many things that they've done. Okay, go ahead.
Test her in every way because she is the most important factor for good economics.
Why do you think she's the most important factor for good economics? Okay, for the sake of time, I just said that's because she is supposed, There you go. She's supposed to raise the children. And raising the children, that guarantees them through generation, through generation, through generation. You understand that? So that's why they said, what did it say? She is the most important factor for good economics. They look at us as product. Okay? That's what we just cattle to them. Okay? A way for them to make money, free labor, all of that. Build up their kingdom. But all that going to crumble. All that going to change. Come on.
If she shows any signs of resistance in submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract that last bit of resistance out of her. Take care not to kill her, for in doing so, you spoil good economic.
Okay, put the fear of them in her but don't kill her because we are looked at as cattle and product. All right, and if you kill her, then guess what? She ain't bringing forth no more children. So that's the end of their economics, so to speak. Go ahead.
In complete submission, she will train her offspring in the early years to submit to labor when thou become of age.
So that's what I was mentioning earlier. She's going to train her children, and then her children is going to end up training their children. It's all that. Esau think deep, okay? They think real deep. Come on.
Understanding is the best thing.
They're not thinking 5 minutes, 10 minutes. They're thinking years down the line. Remember, when you read in the beginning of this book, it said if you follow these steps, these things this should last for over 1,000 years, something like that. Am I missing? Something like 1,000 years. They said this should last. Okay, come on.
Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area of the subject matter concerning what we have produced here in this breaking process of the female nigger.
In this breaking process of the female nigger. Come on.
We have reversed the relationship in her natural uncivilized state. She would have a strong dependency on the uncivilized nigger male.
Ain't that what we just went over? Jeremiah 31:22 said that a new thing has happened in the earth. A woman has surpassed a man. That's their whole goal, so that their desire will not be unto their husband, but will be unto them. Okay? That's what we got to fix. That's what we got to change. Okay? We already read what the roles are. God, Christ, man, woman. And then the children. That's the roles. That's what God intended. Come on.
And she would have a limited protective tendency towards her independent male offspring and would raise male offsprings to be dependent like her.
You see that? Now she won't even think as as the black man or the Israelite man as somebody that can protect her, guide her, and all of that. I want to show y'all something. Hey, pull up my video. Go play this. Let me show y'all, man, what the Esau devices have worked. Let me show y'all. Come on, watch this. Play this.
With this so many times, and I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I don't know how to preface the video that I'm about to show y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead and roll the clip, and if you need to pause while watching it, please do. But this can be something that's very, very, very triggering to some people.
I was wondering why no one thought to say and voice their opinion that when I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle.
Pause it. I want to make sure y'all can hear, because I know it's a little low. Not, you know what I mean? Y'all can hear it, right? What'd they say? What'd she just say? Mind you, these is all black women talking. I know she might sound a little Esau-ish, but this is all black women talking. What'd she say? Is the epitome of masculinity, okay? Which means when they see you black men, okay, they see weak, effeminate, soft men. No backbone, no power, no strength, no nothing. Mind you, but we read that Israel is a prince that has power with God. Their job is to try to take that mindset away from us. But we say no. The Bible says no. You are gods. You are kings. You are rulers. And we must take back our stance. We must take back who we truly are. Okay? Come on, play on.
These black men in the street is very attractive, and it's a turn on, you know. And I'm wondering, does anybody else feel like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all off the chain, okay? Yes.
And also, I want y'all to pause it. Also, I want y'all to continue to listen, and also look at my brother's face as they continue to talk. Okay? They said that white men is the epitome of masculinity, and she said something else, but I forgot. Come on.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15. Blue lives matter.
Yeah.
You don't even breathe in my direction. I will start crying and I will call the police.
Mm-hmm. I love calling the police on.
Yes.
I love it. Because they tighten up. They turn into a whole different person.
When they tell them to run.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
You see that? She said, I love calling the police on these black men because they tighten up. They turn into a whole nother person. They now weaponize the police because they look at Esau, because most likely Esau coming through. They weaponize them, and because they look at Esau as having masculinity and having the power. Come on. Look, pause it.
I'm not a nerdy guy.
These are all black women. This is all everybody that's on this chat. All black women. Come on.
He's really sweet. We're both ambitious and educated. That's exactly the type of guy I wanted. And it's just like, there's no turning back, because these dusty, they're dusty. Like,
Look, my brother can't even take it no more. Pause it. My brother done broke down, started crying, because his woman, his helpmeet, completely have left the strong nucleus family and has put her dependency towards her enemy, and she don't even realize it. She said that, pretty much said that the black man is uneducated. She was comparing herself. She said we are both educated. She was talking about herself and the white man. She wasn't talking about us. She wasn't talking about the black man. But come on.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca.
All right, let's come out of that. So everybody see that? This is exactly what they devised. This was their goal. Okay, but all praises to the Lord. We got sisters that has come out of that or was never in it. I pray you was never in it. You had that type of mindset, but we all praise to the Lord. We are changing that. That's the point. Everybody understand that? All praises. All right. So let's go back to the book.
Yes, sir. Nature had provided for this type of balance. We reverse nature by burning and pulling a civilized nigger.
When they say reverse nature, what are they saying? We have reversed God's plan. We have reversed what God had instituted and what God has put in place. Ain't no damn nature. God created everything. What you talking about, man? You know, that's what they're saying. All right, read on.
Apart and bullwhipping the other.
It said pull apart and bullwhipping. Come on. No. Go back because I'm messing it up. What did it say? It said by burn. Okay. Nature had provided for this type of balance where we reverse nature by burning and pulling a civilized nigger go apart
and bullwhipping the other to the point of death.
To the point of death. Don't kill her because she is good economics. Come on.
All in her presence. By her being left alone.
All in her presence. So in the presence. So they talking about doing this to the male. All in her presence. Showing that the male, their goal was to make the man look inferior and weak. Okay. In the presence of our sisters. Come on.
By her being left alone. Unprotected.
Unprotected. We supposed to be the guiders, the protectors. Come on.
With the male image destroyed. The ordeal caused her to move from her psychology dependent state to a frozen independent state.
See that? Ain't that what we push it down? To a frozen independent state. A woman shall surpass a man. Okay? I don't need a man. I don't need that nigga. You know what I mean? I got a job. I went to school. I'm the most educated, this, that, and this. And have completely will put the career before family, okay? And that's what we're dealing with right now. That's why when we go out there to the streets, it's hard to even talk to some of our sisters. Why? Because they see you as beneath them. And that's what the whole goal of Esau is. Come on.
In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offsprings in reverse roles.
That's what we were just discussing. Generation to generation to generation to nowadays, we'll watch a video like that of what we just watched of them saying that our men are weak, they don't have any power. I love seeing my enemies beat, because that's what are the cops doing to us? What are some of the cops doing to us? They shooting us while our hands is up, killing us in the street, completely embarrassing us in front of our wives and our children. These are the things that they do, demasculating us. Come on. Read. You lost your spot?
Yes. By her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offsprings in reverse roles.
Come on.
For fear of the young man, for the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent.
That's what we're seeing right now. Then you got and now we have these so-called leaders and pastors that preach the same thing. Okay, They are weak. They are effeminate. I'm talking about these pastors now. They are weak and they're effeminate, and they're scared to correct. That's why well, I know when we was in the churches, you don't never see no correction going on because they're not strong. They are bred to be weak and independent, and they don't want to correct nothing. They don't want to fix nothing. They allow women to dress out of order coming into their establishments. They allow the women to rule over the husbands. Okay, they allow all of these things, and that's not ordained of God. Come on.
But physically strong. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offsprings to be psychologically independent. What have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front and the nigger man behind and scared.
Damn, that's prevalent in our society today. But come on, I don't want to keep interrupting.
This is a perfect situation of sound sleep and economics. But for the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times.
You see that? They put this in place in institutions not only to cut us off, not only to make sure they got good economics, to make sure that they can sleep good, so you niggas wouldn't rebel against them. So y'all wouldn't come into their sleeping quarters like Nat Turner did. I just watched that the other day too. That thing is awesome. Like Nat Turner did. Y'all know who Nat Turner is? Okay, like Nat Turner did, and come in there and off them. So what they did was make sure that they can make the women to be subservient unto them, and likewise they will train the children, okay, to be soft and weak and not to rebel, so they can get good sleep while you build their kingdom. That's their whole goal. We got to realize that thing, and we got to start to change that. Come on.
Now we can sleep soundly. For out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. He cannot get past her early slave molding process. He is a good tool, now ready to be tied to the horse at a tender age. By the time a nigger boy reaches the age of 16, he is soundly broken in and ready for a long life of sound and efficient work.
Hey, another example of the women training our children up to be like that is in the 50s, 40s, 30s, even with Emmett Till. Y'all remember what Emmett Till? Chicago boy that went to, I don't remember where he was at. Mississippi. He went to Mississippi, and even before he left, his mother told him to make sure that he don't look any white people in the eye. That's making sure that a man is supposed to look another man in the eye. I don't care who you are. You understand? A man is supposed to look another man in the eye, but the mother, because of fear, because what was instituted generations and generations before, you would tell your son, hey, don't look that white man in his eye. Cross the street before he, you know what I mean? That's bringing us down, making sure that we have low self-esteem, we value ourselves low. All these things fit and prevalent into the problems that we have in our communities. This is the reason why we would sell drugs to each other. This is the reason why you will accept the white man into your neighborhoods, but hate one another. You'll forgive them, the other nations, for whatever they have done to us. But us, brothers and sisters, we won't. You won't even forgive your own family member for something they've done to you. You still holding grudges against them for something for years and years that they have done to you. But come on, let's continue on.
And the reproduction of a unit of good labor force. Continually, though the breaking of uncivilized savage niggers by throwing the nigger female savage into a frozen psychological state of independence.
We can stop this. Go to the next page. No, I think I might have needed it. Go back. Where you at? Where was you? Okay, yeah, just keep reading. Yeah, I needed that.
By killing of the protective male image and by creating a submissive, dependent mind of the nigger male slave, we have created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever.
You see that? They said they've created a continual orbiting cycle that will continue on this axis, meaning that, axis is just like tires. It just keep going. Just keep rolling. As long as you give it momentum and give it something to propel it, exactly what they done to us, it'll keep going. Read on.
Unless a phenomenon occurs and reshifts the position of the male and female slave.
It said unless a phenomenon occurs and reshifts the position. Remember, they said they had to change the order of what we have, what God instituted. But the phenomena that's going to come along is the Bible, okay? And it's going to reshift the position of the males being back on top, and the female slaves, and the male ruling everything, okay? That's the Bible. That's what the Bible does for us. That's that phenomenon right there. That's what we must come back onto. Come on.
We show what we mean by example. Take care of the case of the two economic slave units and examine them closely.
Examine them closely. All right, next page. What time is it? What time is it? All right, read it real quick.
The nigger marriage. We breed two nigger males with two nigger females. Then we take the nigger males away from them and keep them moving and working. Say one nigger female bears a nigger female.
No, it's all right. We ain't got time. Go to the next page.
Warning, possible interloping negatives. Earlier, we talked about the non-economic good of the horse and the nigger in their wild and natural state. We talked out the principle of breaking and tying them together for orderly production. Furthermore, we talk about paying particular attention to the female savage and her offspring for orderly future planning. Then, more recently, we stated that by reversing the positions of the male and female savages, we created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever.
So pretty much what he's doing is reinstituting or restating or re-implementing, okay, what he already talked about. Okay, he's making sure the slave owners that he's talking to understand exactly what they need to do to make sure that they have good economics, to make sure that they continue to rule, and make sure that their kingdom is a success. Come on.
Unless a phenomenon occurred and reshifts the positions.
And this is why that phenomenon is the Bible. This is why they want to keep us away from the Bible. This is why they set up pastors to lie on the Bible, not bring us back to our, and it's going to say, read on.
Of the male and female savages, our expert warned us about the possibility of this phenomenon occurring. For they say that the mind has a strong drive to correct and recorrect itself over a period of time. If I can touch some substantial origin historical base.
You see that? If I can touch some substantial origin historical base, right there, that's the Bible. That's why they'll send these pastors to talk about Israelites is in racial idolatry. No, we need to know who we are, because in knowing who we are, we can connect back with our God, which will ultimately help us to connect back to our heritage and our culture. The roles that they have completely eradicated, we can come back unto that. That's what we need. But they want to keep y'all away from that. All right? They want to keep us away from it. All right, so let's come out of this. Everybody understand that? That Willie Lynch, I don't care if they say it's fake. I don't care what they say. When you read through it, it fits our people today. So even if it is fake, you can still read it and understand that somewhere, along down the line, that was their goal, because it's implemented and you can see it prevalent in our communities. All right, so with that being said, I just wanted to go over, again, this is marriage is nation building. All right, I just wanted to go over some of the roles that they have taken away from us. Give me 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. I'm going to start with the men first. 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
And like we just went over, mind you, they set it up so that we wouldn't know, okay? They set it up so that we would be lost. We are the hidden ones. They want us to be lost. But guess what? In reading these things, and I know everybody in here know, but we have to reread them over and over and let it soak in our brains, because it's been pulled away from us. It's been forced out of us. So that's why we're going to read these things. We're going to read these things again and again and again until we get it, okay? Until we teach our children and our children implement it into their children, and then we can be that wise and understanding nation in the sight of the other nations, so that we can be that noble vine and no more that degenerate plant that they have made. Because the other nations laugh at us, man. They laugh at us. They laugh at this BS culture that we have nowadays. People smoking weed and women twerking all over. If we be out there teaching, you correct the woman, what's her first thing? Oh, I don't know what to do. Let me just turn around and twerk. What the hell? I know what he's saying is true, but let me turn around and twerk. You got to be kidding me. That's your go-to? Man, we messed up, man. And our men walking around with their pants hanging off their butt looking crazy. Oh, man, we got a lot of work to do. All right, What I got you over? Yeah, 1 Timothy.
This is a true saying.
This is a true saying. What's that true saying?
If a man desire the office of a bishop
is a leader. If a man desire to be a leader, and that is not a question, y'all. A lot of us like to read that and think that, not a question. Read it again.
If a man...
Right. That is not a question. That is not an option. That is not an opinion. That he's telling you what you need to do. Okay? A bishop is a leader. We are all, as men, we are all meant to be leaders. Okay? We are all meant to be rulers. Come on. Yeah.
He desireth a good work.
He desire a good work. Come on.
A bishop then must be blameless.
He must be blameless. Okay? Not covetous, not a thief, not adulterer. None of these things. Not a fornicator. Okay? Not having evil eye and hatred towards your brothers. These are things that if you have these in your spirit, guess what? You need to You need to pray and fast about it. Okay? And remove that out of your spirit. Okay? Examine yourself. All of us need to do that. All of us are struggling with something. Okay? Your job is to figure out what it is, like Soldier Maccabi said. You got to examine yourself. Okay? When you realize what that problem is, correct it towards the word of God. I'm telling you, it'll make you a better leader. It'll make you a better example unto your people. Come on.
The husband of one wife.
The husband of one wife. The husband of one wife. Not multiple wives, this, that, and this. None of that. We could barely take care of the one wife that we got. You want other wives. Yeah. Come on.
Vigilant. Sober. Of good behavior.
We must be vigilant, sober, of good behavior. Come on. When you vigilant, you are willing to protect. Okay, I'm just kind of segueing, but sidebarring. When you are willing to protect, guess what? The bishops, the deacons, captains, they've been implementing things that need to take place because we read in the scriptures and we see prophecies starting to happen. So in protecting your family and protecting your wife and your children, you're going to start to implement those things. Okay, we need to protect. So what are you going to do? You're going to get protection. Okay. Lawfully, okay, you also going to set up pantries within your household, all these things. This shows yourself to be a good leader, okay, a good bishop within your household. Everybody understand that? Your wife and your children should be able to look at you and know that this man has my best interest at heart. He has my back. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to protect us. They should feel protected. Okay, remember, that was the problem. That is what what Willie Lynch implemented for the women not to feel protected. This is the reason why they bull-whipped us and pulled us apart, did all that, so that the women wouldn't look at us as to be that protection. We have to do that. We have to bring that back. You understand? Come on.
Given to hospitality. Apt to teach.
Apt to teach. Apt to teach. Hold that. We're going to come right back here. Apt to teach. That's not just teaching teaching out there on the streets. That's teaching your wife. That's who's going to teach what you teach her and what you show her by your example. She's going to teach to her children. Okay, give me Ephesians 5:23.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife.
We just read that before in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. The husband is the head of the wife. Come on.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
Even as Christ is the head of the church. When Christ was on the earth, what did he do? He taught the children of Israel. Okay, he guided them. He was an example unto them. Okay, and showed them. He warned them. Let them know what they need to set in place. Okay, what did he say in Luke? He said, when you see the armies can pass Rome and they come to destroy, he said, flee. That's his warning. That's being a leader, having foresight. Okay, these are the things that we need to do. Read it again.
For the husband is the head of the wife.
For he is the leader of the wife, the leader of his household. Come on.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
Read.
And he is the savior of the body.
You see that? He is the savior. He is the protector of the body, of his wife, of his children, of his house. Come on. Is that it on verse 23?
Yes, sir.
Jump to 25.
Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives.
Husband, love your wives. We know that love is keeping the commandments when you read in 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. When you read in 2 John 6. Come on.
even as Christ also loved the church.
He loved the church. He kept the commandments and he taught the commandments. Come on.
And he gave himself for it.
He gave himself for it. Read.
That ye may be sanctified and cleansed by the washing of the water by the word.
So that's all I wanted. He said he gave himself for it. Read that verse 25 one more time.
Yes, sir. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
So in loving, guess what you're going to do? You're going to protect your wives. You're going to guide your wife in the way she, because guess what? Ultimately, guess what we have to do when we die? What we have to do? We have to present our wives unto the Lord. Okay, we have to present our wives unto the Lord. And what she shows forth is what you taught her. That's what I mean. That's why when Christ said, "No man can come to the Father except he come through me." Okay, we listen to what Christ and follow the example that Christ gave to us. Ultimately, what? So that we may get to the kingdom of heaven. Us being rulers over our household, we doing the same thing for our wives. If you don't teach her nothing, you don't guide her. Guess what? When she go up there, she gonna show her ASS and then guess, hey, you didn't do well with who I gave you. So I cannot look at you as a leader. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So that's what that's going into. All right, let's go back.
1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse. You want to start at verse 2?
Start off where you left off. Yes, sir. Verse 2.
Okay. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre.
So these are all attributes that we should have as leaders, as men. This is the roles that we should have. No striker, no brawler. You ain't always arguing with your wife. What you say goes in your household. You got to understand that thing. All that argument, holding strife, holding grudges with one another, okay, withholding sex from one another, whatever the case may be. If any of this stuff is going on in your household, it should not be. Y'all understand? And this is how we reverence one another, okay? Being obedient unto the Lord. Read.
But patient.
We should have patience as men, because at one point we was messed up too. Some people develop a little bit slower. I'm not saying let anybody walk all over you, but you should have patience. Okay, come on.
Not a brawler.
Not a brawler, not a striker, definitely not beating on your women. If anybody beating on their women in here, hey, sisters, call the cops on that man. Call the cops on that nigga right there. For real, though. For real, man. Because then what are you teaching your children? Matter of fact, do I got another video for that? Yeah. Go to my videos. I done forgot about the videos. Let me see. Pull it up here so I can see. I said not a striker, not a brawler. Go to the videos. Click on, not that, that's the one we just played, right? Yeah, not this one. My bad, I ain't have time to put them in order, y'all. Yeah, this one right here. Play this.
Training order.
Because you frightened her.
Does that give her the right to try to manipulate the system?
No, that gives her a right to protect herself.
Yeah, but I'm not a threat.
She felt threatened. No. Your mother was afraid of you because of your inappropriate behavior.
I learned the behavior from her and my dad.
Oh, pause it. What did he say? I learned the behavior. Read that part again, that last part. Not a what?
Not brawler.
Not a brawler, or another one said not a striker. What did this young man just say? He said, he said the mother was afraid of him for whatever reason. They didn't bring it up. But the mother was afraid of him. What did he say? He said, I learned it from my father and my mother. This is why y'all got to make sure y'all rule y'all houses correctly. All that back and forth bickering, arguing in front of your children, nah. Because then you teaching them evil work. And that's how they going to deal with their wives. Or that's how the wives going to deal with their husbands. Y'all got to be an example. Actions are weighed. Like it say in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 3. All right, press play.
Talk to your mother.
I learned when you get mad to go off and curse people out and throw things and do stuff like that if people are doing you wrong.
How'd you learn that?
I saw you do it to Dad. And I remember one time you threw a knife at him.
Damn. No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
And it went past my face and went in the door. And Gardena, You don't remember throwing the knife at
I
Dad?
remember throwing the knife at the door. If I wanted to hit your dad, I would have hit him. I purposely threw it at the door.
You see that? Hold on. First of all, that's BS. She threw that knife. She intended to hit him. And on top of that, you see how she completely negated what the son said about that the knife went right past him. That's for one or two reasons. She was either so fully inflamed in her anger that she didn't even realize her child was right there, which is negligent as hell. Okay, and then or she don't even want to mention that her child was in that vicinity. You understand what I'm saying? She don't even want to admit that part. Accountability. Our people hate accountability. And the son is telling her, hey, I seen this whole thing. You know he was there because he said, I remember that. And she's like, I remember throwing the knife. And he remembers the same account. So you know he was there. He's telling you, Mom, the knife went past my face. And she completely negated that part. But go ahead.
And that was 20 years ago. And he was a child, and he learned violence and inappropriate behavior from you and his father. How does it make you feel to hear your son say you and his father taught him inappropriate expressions of anger? You don't have to justify or rationalize it. 20 years ago, he was 9. Do you understand how frightened and terrified he was? Mm-hmm. Do you get that? And he couldn't take out an order of protection against you. Mm-hmm. But now you as a grown woman, when he displays what you taught him, you go get an order of protection. Tell him how it makes you feel when you hear him say, you taught me that.
You see that? That's a heavy thing. And I know we're going over the roles of the men, but this is still an example that even as a father, especially as a father, okay, or as a mother, the actions that you display in front of your children, guess what? That weighs heavy on them. That weighs heavy on them. I remember, just to bring it out, I remember when I was young, hearing my mom getting abused. I remember hearing these things. You know what I mean? I told myself that I would never be like that, okay? And I'm all praise to the Lord, I'm not. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of things that could have had bring me to that. You know what I mean? All right, so I'll leave that alone. Where we at? Come on, scriptures.
Not a brawler, not covetous.
Mm-hmm.
One that ruleth well his own house.
One that ruleth well his own house. So that we have to be able to rule our own house. All right, read on.
Having his children in subjection with all gravity.
You must be serious with your kids. Okay, I'm not saying that you can't joke around with your kids, have a good time with them, but no, sometimes you got to be serious. They are not your friends. Nowadays, a lot of times as mothers and fathers, we want to be friends and buddy with our children. No, your job is to raise them up to make sure that they don't go off. Okay, to make sure that they don't go straight from school to prison. That's what they're building these prison systems so your kids, that they look into the 4th grade and 3rd grade, they put in place these curriculums and they test the children to know how many prisons they need to make within their communities. Because it's all a profit. You are good economics. You are a good product to them. Okay, they took away the slavery and now done this. They still want to make money off y'all, off us. Okay, but we got to combat that. Come on.
For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
So how should you take care of the church of God and taking care of ruling your own house? If a man don't know how to take care of his own house, if you don't know how to rule your own house, how are you going to go out there and teach the people? You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. That's why we always say you got to get your house in order first. Get your house in order first so you take care of the church of God. Another way in ruling your own house is providing for your house, protecting your house, like I mentioned before. Give me 1 Timothy chapter 5. And what verse is that? Just so I know real quick. What verse are you on, Isaiah?
Verse 5.
You're on verse 5? Did you finish it?
Verse 6 now.
All right. Give me 1 Timothy 5 and 8.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith.
You see that? If any, meaning Ain't no bum supposed to be here. If you cannot provide for your household, you should be working, okay? You need to provide for your household, all right? And if you do not do so, you have denied the faith, meaning you are an unbeliever, okay? Come on.
And it's worse than an infidel.
Meaning you are an unbeliever. That's it?
Yes, sir.
Get 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 10. This is all the roles of the men. I got to speed up a little bit.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any man would not work, neither shall he eat.
You see that? If any man will not work, neither should he eat. Okay, Ben, we are supposed to be the guiders, the protectors, and the providers within our household. So we should have a job, okay, and guide your household and provide for your household. Give me Sirach chapter 36, verse 26.
Sirach chapter 36 and verse 26.
Uh-huh.
Who will trust a thief well appointed that skippeth from city to city?
Read.
So, who will believe a man that have no house, and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh him?
This is a man that do not have a household, not taking care of himself, okay, is living like a bum, okay? And some women out in the world, they gravitate towards this, and this is and they have children with this. This is not how we should be. This is not how we're supposed to be. The Lord didn't intend us to be like that. So we should provide for our household, guide our household, okay, and all of these things. All right, let's get Genesis chapter 18, verse 19.
Genesis chapter 18 and verse 19. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him. And they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment.
So the point was that they should command, that us as men should command our households. All right, I'm going to stop right there with that. I got a little bit more, but give me second Ezra 14, 13.
You said 13, 14?
14 and 13, yes, sir.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore, set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort them of such as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Read. So we need to set our house in order. I'm still making that point. Come on.
Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
Put off now the weak nature. That's what, in the Willie Lynch letter, that's what they have created to nowadays. They have created a weak man. That's what we see out there in society. And these pastors is perpetuating the same thing. Okay, make sure that the men stay weak. All right, so let's go to the roles of the wife. All right, first thing first, wives must submit unto their husbands. Give me Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 24.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Because remember what it said in the Willie Lynch letter. It said, make sure that we submit, get the women or the female nigger slave to submit unto them because it's for good economics. Guess what? Remember what we read about the husband. The husband is to present his wife. Okay, so in doing so, he's going to guide her, he's going to protect her, he's going to teach her on how to move. When she submits to that, then guess what? That's good works on her behalf. That's how they put it, that's good economics, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? Good economics, so to speak, for her to be a good wife when she's submitting herself unto a godly man, not no Negro that's just off the streets doing whatever he wants. Okay, that's how it should be. That's the order that the Lord intended for us. All right? Was that it on there?
Yes, sir.
Go to Ephesians 5 and 33. Just jump up to verse 33.
Verse 33. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself. And the wife sees that she reverence her husband.
Reverence her husband. So we already discussed that love is keeping the commandments. So in keeping the commandments, you're going to teach your wife to keep the commandments. Okay? And then in return, she should reverence you. Okay? Hey, let's look up that word real quick. Let's look up that word. Pull up the definition to reverence. Let's see what that means. The definition to reverence. Right. Come on. Definition to reverence. Go ahead and read that for me.
Reverence, deep respect for someone or something.
Your husband, the wife should reverence her husband, having a deep respect. The same way, listen, y'all. Remember the first video I played with the, y'all don't forgot? Y'all forgot what the first video was? What was the first video? Let me see if y'all paying attention. What was the first video? Somebody just say it out. Right. So those women had a deep reverence for their enemies. So the video, y'all remember the video. The video was the women that was saying they like how these white cops show their masculinity and show the power that they have over the black man. That guess what? Those black women had a deep reverence for them. Y'all understand that? So right now we're reading, remember, we're coming back to our heritage, we're coming back to our culture. The Lord said, read that in the scripture again at the end of Ephesians 5:33.
And the wife see that she reverence her husband.
So the wife's purpose is to reverence her husband or to have deep respect for her husband. Y'all understand that? So in doing that, you're going to listen to what he's saying. And guess what? If you proved him correctly, okay, talk about the ones that got married inside of the body, okay, because I know some of us came in already married. But if you proved him correctly, you would already know that he's a godly man and he's not going to lead you off. You understand that? That's why that proving process is so heavy. Okay, again, marriage is nation building. That's what marriages does. Okay, we build a nation. Okay, and in doing so, we can continue that for generation to generation to generation. We can eradicate all this madness that's going on out there. I'm tired of it. Come on, where we at?
Ephesians 5:33.
All right, that's enough on that. Drop that. Give me Titus chapter 2. Again, this is the roles of the wife. We already went through the roles of the husband. This is the roles of the wife. And there's a lot more, but, you know, ain't got time for everything.
Titus chapter 2, verse 1.
Don't start at verse 3. Hold on, let me get there. I think start at 3.
Verse 3. Mm-hmm. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine.
Not false accusers, not given to much wine. Did I have a video on that? Read on.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. Okay, what are some of those things that they should be teaching? Read.
That they may teach.
So one of the things was, no, go ahead, read on.
That they may teach the young woman to be sober.
One of the good things is to teach the young women to be sober. Okay, so not over here pissy drunk like these women be doing out there in the world. Come on.
To love their husbands.
To love their husbands. That's a heavy one right there. Okay, the world has completely forgotten, our sisters have completely forgotten how to love their husbands. That's why one of the scripture I read in Jeremiah, a woman shall surpass a man. Okay, in doing so, she have completely left the love of her husband. All right, have put other things first. Okay, career, whatever the case may be. The children eat first. No, reverence for your husband. Okay, show deep respect unto your husband. He the one that's providing, right? He's supposed to be the provider. And mind you, I'm talking about a godly man, y'all. I'm not just talking about anybody. All right, come on.
To love their children.
To love their children. Yeah. Now that I say that, let's get some of these videos. Let's go back to the videos. To love their children. Let's see if this is loving your children. Yeah, let's play. Dang, I should have been played this. Let's play this real quick. I should have played this before. I forgot I had it. This is kind of going back into the Willie Lynch of what they have done to us to separate the nucleus family, okay? And if you speed it up to 1986, put it on the screen so they see it. Single black moms opinions on parenthood and spouse experiences, 1986. Let's see how our sister's mindset was in 1986. I should have played this earlier, but we're going to play it now.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married.
Damn.
Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father.
But I'm just saying, pause it. I gotta say that because all of these women in here, they holding babies, and they not married. It just show you that the society that they lived in at that time is not pushing marriages. And guess what? It's even worse today in 2025. It's even worse. So he run it back just a little bit because he said, how many of y'all are married? And he asked another question. Run it back just a little bit. Right there.
Raise your hand.
Oh, just play the whole
if you
thing. Just play the whole thing over.
would like to be married.
Yep, just play the whole thing over.
To be married.
Oh my
like
goodness.
to be married
Oh
to your
goodness.
baby's father.
Wow.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father.
Huh? You see that? You see that? You see that? How many of y'all would like to be married to your baby's father? Meaning that they already had sex and they already laid down and had sex and they didn't get married. But he's saying, well, the white man, Esau, is saying, how many of you would like to get married? Why do Esau even why is he even conducting this experiment? Because that's what it is, damn it. It's a damn experiment, okay? Why is he even conducting it? Because remember, we read the Willie Lynch letter, is that this was their whole goal. He making sure that it's still working. He's sitting back like, yeah, look at that face. Who said that? Where you at? Yeah, say it again. Absolutely. He proof checking to make sure that his system is still implemented and still working to this very day, or in 1986. If this was 2025, that circle will be bigger. All of that, the circle will be bigger. More sisters in there, more disgruntled faces and continents all messed up. All of that. Yeah. Play on. Wow. Look at her. She look mad. And this one. Only one person raised their hand.
The rest of you who don't plan to get
And
married,
they laughed
why
at
don't you
her.
plan to get
Only one person raised their hand, and they laughed at her. Showing you what's being pushed is not marriages, but the actual opposite. Come on.
I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility.
Pause it. She said you already have your child to think about. This is why I said the child eats first, because that's their mentality. Meaning that she's not thinking about the husband. I don't want to get married. I already got a child to think to take care of. I don't want to have to take care of that nigga too. That's what she's saying. I don't want to have to take care of him too. It's too much. But that's not what God meant for us. This is what Esau have done to us. Ultimately, we did it because we didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments of God. Okay? And in doing so, he said, okay, you don't want to serve me, therefore you're going to serve your enemies. And your enemies going to put stuff in place, put things in place, devise those wicked devices to make sure that we stay on the bottom. This is one of them. This is one of them. Disrupt the strong nucleus of family and make it weak, make it docile, make it non-existent. Come on.
And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't there.
Give me Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. It says that she don't need any help. This is now what's created. She says she don't need any help. Mind you, these pastors are teaching the same thing. Pam, we're going to play that first. Play Pam first. I got it up there. I can play Pam first. I got Pam up there. And then get me Isaiah. Let me see. Play this dude first. Let's see what he said.
What the Lord just said to you, watch the gem. Singleness is not a curse, and marriage is not the goal.
Stop. You can stop right there. No, play on a little bit. I'm sorry. Play on a little bit more.
Pay attention. Nobody move. In the overflow, pay attention.
And he wants you to pay attention
Across
to
the
this.
camera, pay attention. Everybody listen to me carefully. What is a eunuch
No. Stop. So he says singleness is not a curse, and marriage is not the goal. That's why you had the, and this is what these pastors are teaching. This is the woman said. She play this a little bit now. Go back just a couple of seconds. Go back just a couple of seconds.
Father wasn't in. Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so you know it
Go
really.
back a little bit more.
Single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Go back a little bit, y'all. Go back a little bit more.
I think I can make it as a single parent.
You see that? I think I can make it. All right. Go ahead, play.
And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so you know it really.
So singleness is not a curse, and marriage is not the goal. That is not what God said. That is not, the Lord said marriage is honorable and all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Give me Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12.
Isaiah chapter 3.
She said that I don't need a husband. And these passages is what's teaching that. Okay? They perpetuate in that same thing that we read in the Willie Lynch letter. Read that, Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12.
Isaiah 3 and 12.
Uh-huh.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
As for my people, as for you Israelites, children are your oppressors. They out there in gangs, they out there robbing, they out there doing all manner of wickedness, selling drugs, all type of these things. And who is raising them? Come on.
And women rule over them.
Who's raising them? Read it again.
And women rule over them.
These women that don't want to get married, that's not reverencing the Lord by following the order, but reverencing their enemies that want to see y'all put to death. They are raising these children that is oppressing us. Come on, read.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
They that lead thee or raise thee are calling you to err. That's why it's your duty as a man to get your backbone back, to get your heritage and your culture back, and realize that you are the rulers. You are the guys. You are the gods of the earth. But we gotta get built back up unto that. Understand that thing, man. We got a heavy. They light years ahead. They've been doing this for a minute now. And that's why now, come out of this real quick. Come out of this. Let's go back to the thing, to the Rolodex, whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called, y'all. I have no idea what it's called, but so I can see it. TikTok or Instagram, go up a little bit. No, yeah, click on that. Click on them statistics. No, y'all, the statistics. The whole thing. Yup. Let's read this real quick. Black adults.
Statistics of unmarried by race. Black adults in the U.S.
Statistics of unmarried by race. Read.
Black adults in the U.S. have the highest rates of being unmarried or unpartnered across various age groups, while Asians and white adults tend to have the lowest rates.
Y'all see this? Y'all taking heed to this? Y'all don't see the crafty council? We went over it. This was their goal. This was their plan, and they pushed it out there perfectly. It said black adults in the U.S. have the highest rates of being unmarried or unpartnered across various ages. When it says various ages, it's talking about generations. We getting your kids, we getting your teenagers, and we getting your young adults, and they going to have a messed up mindset when they get older. Y'all understand that? This is what we fighting against. Come on, statistics, scroll up a little bit. Statistics of unmarried adults by race as of 2023. So this is back in 2023. According to recent data from the U.S. Census Bureau. And
Census Bureau.
What is it? Thank you. Read. I'm just let the reading go to you. Race and ethnicity. Read that.
Black adults, 61%.
So black adults that's unmarried in the U.S. at 2023 is at 61%. That's more than half of us. Okay, 61%. Hispanics is at 45%. White adults, 38%, and Asians at 35%. So we are leading in being unpartnered, unmarried, which institutes single-parent households. Women have to take care of the kids on their own. They have to be the protectors. They have to be the guiders. They have to go to work. And while they're at work, who is taking care of these kids? Either a grandma that's old as hell that can't really do nothing, or you putting them in institutes such as daycares. So ultimately, you're letting the other nations or other people, other systems raise your children. Okay, they barely get to see you because you at work. This is a problem within our community. Scroll up a little bit. Keep going. I think there was another part. Keep going. Single parent households. What's that say?
In 2022, only 27% of black households.
Hold on. Single parent households, the racial disparity is also evident in the household structure. Okay, read it.
Were married couples, families, compared to roughly 50%.
Read it again. I'm sorry.
In 2022, only 27% of black households were married couples, families.
Stop. It said in 2022, only 27% of black households were married. Only 27%. Damn, come on.
Compared to roughly 50% of white households.
But not them. 50% of their households were married, or that says, married. All right, 47% of mothers were single. All right, scroll up a little bit. All right, I get the point. Come out of this. What was the last thing we read?
Isaiah
30. Read it again.
For my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which led thee caused thee to err.
Okay, so this is why we gotta get Ezekiel 13:7. This is why as men, we gotta get our minds right, because we have to do this right here. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 7.
18. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people.
You see that? Son of man, set their face against the daughters of your people. That's why when you go out there, you see a lot of these videos, we got to tell them, because ain't nobody else doing it, and it's supposed to be the women's job to correct these young sisters, to be an example unto these young sisters. But they're not doing it out there, so we have to go out there as men. We have to tell the women, hey, dress modestly. Take off them pants and put on a dress. Stop smoking weed. Stop doing these things. Stop sleeping from man to man to man. And likewise, don't get it twisted, we have to tell the men that too. Because they got to get themselves right before they can guide anything. Before they can rule anything. They talking about they want to rule. You can't even rule your spirit. You can't even rule yourself. All right, was there more in there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them.
And prophesy thou against them. So we're talking about teaching, guiding the women, guiding their house, teaching the women, teaching their children, loving their husbands. They also got to teach the children. They should be teaching them. Give me 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 27. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm rushing. 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 27. Our sisters should be educating, because for too long we have let these other nations and these other systems educate our children. They should be educating their children. Okay, that's why here at Israel United in Christ we're starting these programs. What's that? Jacob's Academy and such. Okay, homeschooling, all of that. These are things to fight against what Esau has done unto our people. Second Maccabees 7 and 27.
2 Maccabees 7, verse 27. But she bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language of this manner, O my son, have pity upon me. Thou bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee.
And did what?
And nourished thee.
So she nourished her children, come on.
And brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education.
And endured the troubles of education. Our sisters should be holy enough, wise enough to be able to Not lead our children to err, like we read in Isaiah 3:12, but to lead them to prosperity, to lead them to be able to if they have daughters, to reverence their husbands, if they have sons, to be able to rule well their own houses and their own spirit. These are the things. So the sisters having a very, very heavy, important role. Okay, we don't exclude the sisters. Remember, the class is called Marriage is Nation Building. It takes both of us. It don't take just one, it takes both of us. The men got to get their minds right so they can guide their wives, and in doing so, if they have their minds right, they're going to guide their wives, and their wives are going to guide the children. And then the children will grow up and be able to repeat that same process. Everybody understand that thing? All praises to the Lord. All right, let's see what videos we got real quick before I wrap it up. Church, that's the church video. Let me see another one. Go. Let me play this. No. That's it? Those last two? All right, because it's all right. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up anyway. Ain't got time. All right, last scripture, Matthew 19:4. Because we already read, well, did I read it? No, I didn't read it. Get Hebrews 13:4. I just quoted it, but let's read it. So this is what we should be pushing forward. This should be our goal. Okay, read it.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
So what we should be pushing for is marriages. Okay, that's what we should be doing. And in our marriages should be a good example to everybody else, saying, hey, I want to be like that couple right there. That's how we should look at each other. Not arguing with one another, and as people see that thing, like, oh, I don't want. How they say it in the world today? Keep that type of energy away from me. I pray I don't never have that type of energy come towards me. But that's not the example that we want. We want marriage is honorable and all. Okay, but the bed undefiled. Read it.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
These examples that we've seen on here, whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. I did have other videos too. I have videos where the sister was hot boxing in the car with her son. Y'all know what hot boxing is? Hot boxing, smoking weed in the car with the windows all rolled up, and another car was video recording her. Okay, this is the type of things that's going on when you got single parent households or women not being guided properly within their relationships if they have one. You understand? So I think I had another one too, but we just ain't got time. So give me Matthew 19:4. Matthew chapter 19:4, and read down to verse 6.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 4. And he answered, and he said unto them, Have ye not read that which made them at the beginning, made them male and female?
You see that? Well, this is what we was talking about. God instituted male and female from the beginning. He instituted marriages from the beginning. Not baby mamas, not baby fathers, not none of these things. He instituted marriage, not single parent households, none of that. Come on. And in doing so, remember when we read in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4, he said, if you go outside of marriage and you be a whoremonger and an adulterer and Mr. Fornication, he said he's going to judge you. How is he going to judge you? Those things that they were showing earlier with the abortions, that's judgment. That's judgment. Single parent households, that's judgment. STDs, that is judgment. Okay? Read on.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife.
We should leave the protection of our father and mother, and we should fully trust in the Lord that the wife was given to a righteous husband that's going to guide his household. You should leave father and mother and be able to take care of your household righteously. Come on.
And they twain shall be one flesh.
And they twain, you can play this, play that. And they twain should be one. They twain should be one flesh, and being one flesh, it goes into all the things that we talked about. The man ruling his spirit, being able to rule his wife, and in return, the wife ruling over the children. All of that coincides together, and you got you got marriage is nation building. That's what you have. You have a righteous nation that's being a great example unto everybody else. That's what we building here at Israel United in Christ. Come on.
Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Okay, you are no more separate, but one flesh. Read.
What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
And don't let nothing put that asunder. Can't nobody put that away except for, nobody can disrupt that. When y'all got that strong bond and y'all that one flesh, nobody should be able to interrupt that. No man should be able to come through. You should not. These women should not be having no damn husband. What do you call it? Work husbands. None of that. It's same thing for the men. You shouldn't be having no work wives. Nobody should be able to get in front of that. Nobody at your jobs. I'm just thinking about jobs, but when they tell you to come to this Christmas celebration, this, that, and this, as a wife, your husband should have instilled in you the laws of God that you won't. That she'll rightly be like, yo, I don't do that. And the same thing with the husbands. Y'all don't do that. Nobody should be get in the way of what you believe in and your marriage. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Read on.
They say unto him, why didn't Moses then command
all right, that's it. That's all I wanted. Anybody got any questions? All praise to the Lord. I pray y'all got something out of that. Hey, all praises.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel United in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endured.